Hey, what's up? I'm Pan the Fiddler, and I'm back with another time lapse. This time we're building out the central walkway that takes you down into this underground plaza that we've been building in the last couple of episodes. This is a pretty important part of the build, as it's not only the first introduction or experience into the plaza, but it also kind of runs right through the middle of it and divides it in two. On one side you have the right entrance, and then on the other side the shops and some other stuff that has yet to be built. As far as the design of this, of the facade of this walkway goes, it's continuing on from a lot of the ideas I've built up in this park for what Atlantean is. I'm using these Viking horse heads quite a bit in basically any way that makes them not look like a horse head. Just rotating them in odd ways and kind of layering them on top of each other to try to, you could say, maybe evoke like coral or some kind of organic form. And it took me a little bit of iteration to find it here, but I'm pretty happy with the way that it came out. The sort of, it's almost like a Corinthian column cap pattern, but the horse heads give it like this more rectilinear kind of Neolithic. Am I just throwing words around? It might just be word soup at this point, but Neolithic kind of vibe. If you let me know if you know what I mean, or if I'm just spouting some vocab. I felt that it was important to split the space into two, and that's really what this walkway achieves. There will be sort of space to walk both sides of it, so the plaza will be kind of like a circle, but from like a visual standpoint, this walkway is going to divide the space in two. On one side is going to be the right entrance, which is going to be much more of a serene kind of space, and also utilizes, assuming you saw the episode, a lot more cooler colors, those blues, those purples, giving you that feel of being underground, sort of heightening those Atlantean undersea vibes. But the other side of the walkway, the main plaza space where we built the ice cream shop and the Just Memento, and where I'll probably add a few other buildings before I call it done, is intended to be a lot brighter, a lot more vibrant, a lot livelier, and it's going to use, as a result, a lot warmer colors, oranges and yellows, just to give it that cozy kind of feel. continuing on with the discussion on what is Atlantean, at least as far as I'm trying to make it and as far as I'm succeeding in making it, I think it would be hard to claim that I'm not pretty heavily influenced by the Disney movie. I think it was kind of my generation. I grew up watching it. I like it a lot. I think it's definitely underrated, or it's kind of gained its audience, and it's in recent years, people have definitely started to put some respect on its name, so to speak. Right, what are we doing? Planko. Anyway, yeah, definitely influenced by the Atlantis movie. In the color palette, I liked the way that they did it there. The architecture felt uniquely its own. I've since looked it up. I guess it was kind of inspired by a lot more Eastern architecture, like Sumerian and Indian, and maybe even Chinese. I don't know if I'm necessarily doing that. I think I am straying more towards like the Greco-Roman version of Atlantean, but I am trying to take ideas from that movie, and especially the way it kind of achieved like a Neolithic sort of look, because in my head, or at least in sort of the lore that I have in my head about this park, this Atlantean civilization existed long before any other civilization. It's prehistorical. So I want the architecture to feel like old in that way, which the Norse pieces are really great for. while I was building this, I started to kind of take a step back and start to consider sort of larger scale implications and justifications, maybe you could say, for what this plaza space is trying to achieve from like an experience standpoint. I think I definitely wanted to have it be kind of a moment of release, the release of tension, that from going underground. I think going underground as an experience psychologically, it's a little bit constricting. You're leaving behind the sun, you're leaving behind daylight, and I think especially with the color palettes that I'm using here, which are a lot cooler, the blues and the greens, you kind of feel that psychologically in a way that can become, I think, almost oppressive if you carry it on for too long. So the journey into the underground area in this park is kind of meant to compress you at first and then opens up, but you're still seeing those undersea Atlantean colors. And then I want this plaza to be sort of the first major moment, well, maybe not just the first, but the moment where that tension that was built up from the cooler colors, from the claustrophobia. Claustrophobia is probably a strong word, but you know what I mean. From the compression of the space, then finally you make it to this plaza and the space expands and the colors brighten up. You get more oranges, you get more yellows, and it's not daylight, but it feels a bit more like daylight, and it feels cozier, and it feels like a place that people want to occupy, at least psychologically. That's the way that I'm thinking about it, especially as I go about choosing like the color palette and particularly the lighting, which I think is super important for the subterranean, because you don't have any daylight, so the lighting is the lighting day and night. So, quick story time here. This bit of the walkway, the end here where I built this tower on top to act as a centerpiece for the plaza. This is actually the second time I built this park. What happened was I had built kind of the whole tower, and then while I was working on a different park, accidentally overwrote this park, and I thought that I had lost everything. And oh boy, let me tell you, roller coasters ain't got nothing on the kind of adrenaline rush that will give you. I was able to figure it out. Many thanks to some people on Discord for giving me the hope, and then just the directions for how to recover it, and able to recover the park, and only lost like a few hours of progress. And you know what? Thinking that you lost everything makes only losing a few hours a pretty easy pill to swallow. So I got right back at it. I designed it again, and you know what? It came out even better the second time, I think. So we'll call that a silver lining. And yeah, back up your saves, kids. Don't wait until you've learned the hard way like I did. And many thanks to Nicer Dicer and Globetrotter for helping me out with that. I don't want to make it weird or anything. I'm just going to be naming my firstborn child Nicer Trotter Globe Dicer. Because this tower is situated at the center of the plaza and it's viewable from all angles, I really wanted to make sure I got it right. And you'll see I iterate for quite a while on it, layering on the horse heads, taking off the horse heads. I had some crystals at some point. I think I ultimately ended up removing the crystals and then redoing like the whole top using like the Viking stone decoration. I think it's a good lesson about sometimes it's okay and even what you need to remove decoration. Don't be caught in the loop of like I need to add more to it. Sometimes it needs less, and once you take away some stuff, it adds clarity to the build and makes the elements that you already have pop all that more and like gives them the space to breathe. And now we move on to the portion of the build where I spend way too long picking the color palettes. Like I discussed before, this walkway splits the plaza in half, not just physically, but also visually and psychologically, or at least in terms of like what the two different sides of the space are meant to feel like. So I needed to get it right, or I felt like I needed to get it right. Maybe I'm just a perfectionist. Anyway, I wanted the tower to feel cohesive in itself, but also like one side needs to match the right entrance and the other side needs to match the main plaza space. So you'll see I'm moving around the lights a lot, changing the colors of the lights, and then just do that again and again and again and again and again. But at the end, I think I got something. Or maybe I worked so long that I just give up. And we are live. I thought I would finish the video here with a little bit of a live walkthrough of how it's looking so far. Well, we'll be back to build some more in this section and on this park, but going to be stepping away for a moment, working on some other stuff. There's a coaster challenge in the Channel 5 Discord I've been working on, so I thought it'd be good just to give a bit of a live peek and sort of show the space. So here we are at this is like the entrance to the underground area. It still needs like a sign or something, but this is where you'll enter it, and you'll go down this initial walkway here, and at this space you cross the restaurant that I've been making reference to. I don't think I'll go in and look at it right now, but that's what it is. I really love that sign. Ever since I participated in the Restaurant Rivals contest, and then also just seeing all of the pretty incredible creations, has given me an appreciation for building good signs, and I've been trying to up my game at that of late. But yeah, then you come down to these two bridges. This one, you get a nice little view of the start of the lazy river, and it will kind of continue on into there. And then the second bridge, get that cave section on one side, and you get a peek at the plaza as it exists so far. And I like the way that this walkway, while you're coming down, you're seeing the right side of the plaza, but then the wall comes up on this side and it brings your attention over to the other side, and you get that big reveal of the ride, like the big focal point of this area. Come down here, brings you right into the middle of the plaza. Here you can see the main thoroughfare. Going off in that direction is going to be the next area of the park. And you can come around this way to enter the ride. Nothing done for the queue yet, just this entrance right here. Get the nice viewpoint here, little rest area, and then these two paths here that bring you back into the main space. So yeah, that's the underground area. 4 videos worth of building. Many more to come, probably. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.